Good day again, Webtooners, manhwa, and manga readers. This is Yamato here. For this video, we have another action manhwa, but one with an intricate plot that revolves around fighting and business. Before I start the synopsis, I suggest finishing the video as this recommendation also brings with it an unfortunate news. Daiho Han, a former professional fighter, also known as the strongest guy in school, is deemed by many as a tyrant, as he has been collecting money from students without even sharing. But of course, he's been doing it for a reason, but not that it justifies him. As he buys cheap food at a convenience store, Jihoon Han introduces himself in an unsettling way. He gives exposition on Daiho's life, how he's been extorting student gangs for his mom's hospital bills and family expenses. Daiho has barely been getting by. No, rather, he is short on his mom's hospital bills. As any other sane person would, Daiho reacted in a hostile and defensive manner. Unfazed, Jihoon makes a proposal to Daiho to give the extorted money to him and he'd return them twice as much. He adds that he could make and return twice or even 10 times the amount as long as Daiho provides a capital by collecting money from a huge amount of high school students in the pretext of investment. And Jihoon plans to return everything with interest to each individual student who willingly or unwillingly invested their money. And the only other thing Daiho had to do aside from bringing the capital was bring in gamers across the school to play and leave an honest review in a certain game. Daiho eventually decides to follow the proposal, seeing that there was no loss in doing it, as Jihoon places some conditions that make things beneficial for the short term for Daiho in case the deal go awry from the start. But if the deal was the real deal, then it'd be a big help for his family in the long term. And so this was the start of gaining power and wealth, as the two main characters actively fulfilled the roles with a method no one else could have imagined would succeed. This was the Super Rich Project. Now, among the many other action manhwa out there, the plot of this manhwa still comes off as unique, and I would even arguably call this one a hidden gold. In my previous video, I have said that Pounding was not that popular despite being good, but this one is even scarcer. However, I won't say that this is the only one of its kind, but as far as the materials I have read, I do not remember any other manga or manhwa that has skillfully incorporated both business and action together like this one. One with an intricate plot. The one manhwa or webtoon that I could think of that comes close is Real Man, aka A Man's Man. This is another manhwa I would highly recommend if you like time travel stories where the main character is able to go back in time and is able to relive his youth and correct his mistakes. But to be honest, I don't even think of Real Man as an action webtoon. It's a time travel manhwa that delves itself on the business and market story but somehow find a way to incorporate some action in it, and not in a bad way. Now going back, Daiho and Jihoon are geniuses of their respective fields. One is not left out but have their own period of focus because they are integral to the story. Daiho Han is a great martial artist who had to quit being a professional fighter for a reason. On the other hand, Jihoon Han is an intellectual who has been lying low as a student for a reason as well, but is secretly a mastermind behind this personal project. Both are driven by their families. While Daiho seeks to support his family, Jihoon desires for revenge. As Jihoon deals with the world of business, Daiho is the one that has to deal with the world of fighting, as collecting money for capital and returning them to students with interest is not easy with gangs keeping an eye around for any sort of golden goose. Meanwhile, the business world is one of the most exciting parts of his manhwa. It may not involve the fist, but it's gonna be one heck of a battle of the minds. Although I may be highly recommending this manhwa, there is a caveat. There is no news of the second season. It has 65 chapters and the last chapter has been labeled with the end. However, the story has obviously not ended. There was no ending. The last chapter was more of a teaser to what could have been the next season rather than a rushed ending. I'm not good at researching compared to other YouTubers out there, and I don't know any Korean either, but I've been wandering from comment sections to comment sections, post to posts, but unfortunately nothing has been giving hope. Whether it has been cancelled due to financial reasons, or just on an indefinite hiatus due to the author's health issues, I do not know. With this video, I hope I am able to reach more people to know about this manhwa and maybe acquire some news about it. I have very much enjoyed reading this webtoon, and this video might not do much in the grand scheme of things, but I do hope and pray this manhwa would become more popular and get the love it deserves. Maybe someday it could continue on Tapas or Webtoon Line or any other platform, and maybe I or we can support it there. As I have nothing else to say, I now say thank you and goodbye, dear viewers.